have done this much earlier, but I was occupied. Kind of one of those days, right? So I'm doing Lenten rice and peas. The pot is ready for the rice right now. I put hot water to the dry lentils to separate the gas from the peas. Then once 5 to 10, I think it was about 10 minutes, honestly. I poured off that water, rinsed it, and the peas was literally like feeling like it was green, freshly from the field. And then I cooked that for about 15 minutes. When I'm cooking it, I put things in it so that when it's cooked, it's full of flavor. Now I have dressed the pot, which is just my way of saying it has everything I need in it to make it taste exactly like I want it to taste when it's done. And right now you're hearing water because I'm washing the rice. Now the rice, I'm washing that before I add it to the pot. It's a small pot I'm doing today. I've done 3 washes with the rice. It's almost ready. The water is still coming murky, so I gotta wash it again. Okay, that water ran much clearer. I'm gonna add it. After this went over in, okay, so I've washed the rice like 6 times. And I think I had to do it that many times because the bowl I was washing it is really small. None of the rice is washed properly. Just adding it to the seasoned pot. So I cooked lentils earlier. I had thyme, scallion, ginger, garlic while I was cooking it. So now it's the final step, which is to wash the rice, add it, and stir it in. So you notice the pot is literally at the brim. It's filled that much. So I'm gonna have to pull out a trick to get this so that the rice won't overflow the pot. I just poured out the excess water from the rice in the pot. So now all the rice is in. I'm just using a fork to gently stir this. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pot. You can still see my thyme, my hot peppers in there. My bay leaf is still in there. Got a piece of ginger in there. This is a perfect protein dish. You know why? You got your peas, you got your rice. And with the coconut milk that was added just before I brought it to the pot to a boil, then it has everything I need to get all my nutrients. So all the requirements you need for a dish or a meal is in this pot. And that must be why my ancestors loved rice and peas so much, right? We call it rice and peas. Some people call it peas and rice. But what do you guys call it where you're from? And why are you all still up at this hour? It's like 1:30. I figured I would be doing this solo with no one popping online. But I'm finding like 10, 15, 16 people dropping on at a time. Are you guys night owl like myself? I made a mess when I was pouring the rice in, so I'm just making sure it's all clean. My pot is on minimum, and I think my burner is flaring up, which it sometimes does. That's why I'm getting so much activity on my pot. I may have to shift it to another burner that will not burn my pot. Because one thing you don't want to have is a burned pot of rice. If it's sticking all across, then I'm going to shift my burners. Yep, it is. I'm going to shift to a burner that I know I can rely on to be stable. And I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see as I do the transfer. And yes, every time I'm cooking, anything that can overflow, I do put my spoon across the top, my wooden spoon that is. So I'm going to shift just a moment. Hola. Hola. Why you Kaixing? That's the extent of my Chinese. I'm going to switch my camera around. So I know that I can put my dial too low on that burner. I will stay low the whole time. So that's what I'm going to do. Put it on low. Flip off the other burner that's giving me a problem. Now allow my rice. As you can see, the rice is literally at the top. There's not much liquid in it. I'm going to turn it up slightly, let it come to a full boil before I turn it back down again, just because I want to get rid of most of this water before I apply my little trick. This is something I do whenever I know I have too much rice, but I want it to steam up properly. and be cooked evenly. So I employ this little trick and it works every time. So standardly, if I'm cooking rice in this pot, I can do 4 cups of rice, and when it's done cooking, the rice would be perfect. I get that nice. I like shelly rice. My daughter likes sticky rice. My husband just likes rice that tastes good. Do you guys have a preference in the rice that you eat? So clearly the moisture is going from this pot very fast. Before I got that full boil that I wanted, so I'm just gonna do what I do. I like the peppers buried. That way the flavor from the pepper without me bursting them is right through my rice. Okay. So the most of the water is absorbed in this. So I'm gonna turn it back down to say 2. That's a good level to keep it at this rate. Now for my trick, because I want to make sure my rice comes out fluffy, flaky somewhat, but more like shelly. Yeah, shelly rice, that's what I'm going for. So this is what I do. It's on low to cook, so I'm just putting a piece of parchment paper. And then I'm going to put the lid. Hey, hearts, how you doing? Snug, so I just press it down to make sure that this is snug fit right around. And now I'm going to check back on this in another 15 minutes. Okay, so that is set. Now I'm going to go and show you guys what I've been doing in the middle of the night. And I don't know why. I keep doing these stuff in the middle of the night, but that's when I have some burst of energy or I'm feeling like trying something different. And today's one of those days. I'm just going to show you what I've been getting into. You see okay what I'm doing here? There we go. So what I decided to do, because my daughter loves cheesecake and she's lactose intolerant, so I decided that I was gonna make for her a cheesecake that she could eat. So here I have it, the lactose-free cheesecake cream cheese, and I'm gonna make it a version that she will love. So I've already baked the base for the cheesecake. I need to plug it in my blender. My little mixer. Guess I could do a no bake cheesecake, but because of what I'm putting in it, I decided to. I put half of this mixture in. A little bit of sugar. Put a dash of salt, nothing much. And my lemon zest. Thank you for jumping on my stream. Remember to deep dive into my channel. I have some amazing stuff that I've done. Check out some of my shorts. See if those things are things you have wanted to try yourself but been hesitating. And maybe you can, after you see what I've done, try some of them. I think the most fascinating thing that I did that I enjoyed doing and surprised me was my almond milk. So I've got good zest. Okay. My nutmeg is done. So have you ever seen a real nutmeg? The nutmeg have this thing around it that you buy in the store that's called mace. But I'm just gonna crack one and grate because my pre-grated nutmeg is done. Let's see. Just like that, I've cracked the shell. It's a hard shell that protects the nuts. If you've never seen it before, that's what it looks like. Just want a bit of this nutmeg. Because I decided I want to take the Jamaican fruit cake, same thing, but I want to make it in a cream cheese type setting, which is the cheesecake. There's something about freshly grated nutmeg. So good. Okay, so I'm going to add the rest of my fake egg, which is flaxseed. I grind the flaxseed, I add it to warm water, and then I use that instead of eggs. My daughter does eat eggs. I, on the other end, I don't eat eggs. So as soon as I'm making something that I know she'll enjoy, I'm taking it in extra level by making sure that it doesn't have what I don't eat as well. So I'm the vegetarian family. Everybody else, they do eat, but they're mainly like chicken or fish or cargo, that kind of thing, oxtail. Those are the things they eat in terms of meat. Why? I don't know, but that's what they like. gonna scrape on the sides so everything gets nice and smooth and creamy together. Instead of using, say, cottage cheese or sour cream or anything like that to lighten this up a bit, I'm using the vegan cultured coconut. I'm just going to use my hand to scoop it out. It's not much I'm using, but although she loved the other cheesecake, she had a reaction to it, so I'm trying to do something I know she loves. I'm going to add my other spices. This is vanilla bean extract. My sister got me when she went on a trip to Mexico. Yeah. I'm putting a bit of almond just because it does something amazing. I added my mixed spices in. Put a little bit of star anise, some cinnamon, and I'm putting some cloves. Now, because this is a fruit cake, we use alcohol in fruit cake most times. Sometimes we don't. If you can get the fresh grape wine that you ferment yourself, or the sorrel wine that you ferment yourself. This time I'm using when kindness. I used it the other day to make my fruit cake, and it was banging. The fruit cake came out super good. So because of that, I decided to try it in the fruit cake. Because I added those stuff to it, and I need the flour to fine it back out. So I have 3/4 cups of flour. And now I'm adding my blended fruits. I should technically use a spoon for this. It would make my life easier. Give me 1 minute, guys. Alexa, set an 8-minute timer.
8 minutes, starting now.
So I forgot to set my timer on my rice. I think I got about 7 minutes into it, so I just did. I'm just gonna spoon out 3 super heat tablespoons of my mixed fruit. This mixed fruit has raisins, prunes, apricots, and I use Appleton rum, and I do use some Wind wine when I blended it out on Friday or Thursday night, whenever it was. The last time I was on here with you guys. So, just like that now, blending it all together. That looks like a good blend to me. What do you think? I scrape down the wall of the bowl and I just gonna do one final mix. Make sure it's all blended together. It's nice and smooth. The Jamaican black cake I did is done. So I'm gonna whip up some later. I don't think I'm gonna stay on for that for you guys though. Just like that. I'll be done with this mix now. I'm just gonna pour out into the pre-baked pan. Then I'm gonna put it in the oven to bake at 350 for about 45 minutes. And then I'll check to see if it's ready. Because it's the first time doing this type of cheesecake. I'm not sure. Oops. Piece of my nutmeg shell keep popping from the side over into my batter. But I got it. So now I'm just gonna pour it in. Smells so good, guys. Maybe I did it in too small a pan. I'm not sure. Well, it's gonna swell up along the sides and then make a dent in the middle. I know that's what it's gonna do for me. Out of the way. Just smoothing the top. When I scraped out the bowl, I noticed at the bottom there was a little speck that didn't get fully incorporated in my mix. I'm not stressing about it. I'm just letting it be because it's gonna bake out. Clearly, I have batter. I'm gonna make that go to the center. That's just me just not wanting to waste any of my good blended fruits, right? You don't want to waste it either. That's good stuff. Okay. I like how that went now. I'm gonna pop this in the oven. And then I'm gonna check back on my rice and peas with you guys so you can see if I did good or not, or if my method worked or not. And if you like it, you can try it. Okay, give me a moment. Pop this in the oven. It's ready. Fruitcake cheesecake. Alexa, set a 45 minutes cheesecake timer.
Cheesecake timer, 45 minutes, starting now.
you will check with me on my rice and peas. I'm excited to see. So, if you remember when I left it, it was literally about to explode out the pot because it was that full. So now I want to check you guys present to see what happened. Is it still as full? I'm gonna flip my camera around. Hey, how you doing? 432M. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Look like Greek to me. Welcome and thanks for the love. So as you guys can see, my pod is here. Let's do the reveal. Did my trick work? Ooh. You guys don't want to cut it up? There we go. Let's see how much it's happening. Wow. It's still steaming away. Can you see that, guys? It's looking good. So, a trick I learned early on is not to use a spoon in rice and peas when you're cooking. Stop! That timer is spot on. So, what I do, this is what they call shelling the rice. You just use a fork to pretty much stir it up to see how it's going, and it's coming on good. I may have turned it a bit too low, but the rice is not fully cooked yet. You can tell by the grain. Ooh, there's a pepper. I think I just burst it. And there's my chunk of ginger. Now, if I recall correctly, another peppers on the other side, so I'm not going to dig in that ear too much. But this is coming on good. For those of you who wondered, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see. The rice is not fully cooked, but it's almost there. Cover it back and leave it for another 15 minutes. It's on really low, so this is what we want. We want it to cook without hurry, without fuss. And the main thing is not to burn peas, the coconut milk, all that lovely goodness trapped in it. I want it all to give me maximum output. So the best way is a very low simmer. See that? That rich goodness. It's going to taste so good. Although it's not fully cooked, I can still taste a bit for testing. I'll tell you how it tastes. I know the flavors are popping. I know that for sure. I don't even have to ask. But this is what I'm going to taste, and I'll tell you. Alright, so I'm going to cover it back up and give it another 15 minutes. Variable style. It's on 2. Alexa, set a 15-minute timer. So I want to make it snug again. So I'm going to push it back down. And that's good for another half an hour. Not a half an hour, 15 minutes. So here's a tasting. Guys, not me just like completely wanted to dive in on that right now. But yeah, it's on track. I'll play out some for you guys to see later. But I'm done with this aspect. I'm gonna do some cleanup. So I'm gonna jump off back off not the stream now. But I thank you so much for joining me and the love that you give. Remember, please, to just explore my channel and see what I have to offer. See if it's stuff that you like, and you can let me know if you would like to have me try something different that I haven't already tried, and that way we will know what you do, what you also enjoy, rather eating. That's vegan or vegetarian. I'm okay with trying it. So thanks for joining me. Have you guys a happy Monday. Take care now. Bye. God bless, and remember to eat to live, not live to eat. That way you'll maximize your years. Take care.